Yes, we're live. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're all here. I'm so glad I'm here. Welcome everyone to From the Top's Evening of Joy. It has at last begun. We've been looking forward to this for weeks now. I'm your host, Peter Dugan, and thank you so much for joining me on this very momentous occasion. In fact, so momentous that I dare say it requires a trumpet fanfare. A trumpet fanfare performed by one of From the Top's superb young musicians, of course. This is 18-year-old Benjamin DeHady from Oakton, Virginia. Thank you, Benjamin. And with that beautiful fanfare, it's official. We're off to the races, folks, and we have such a joyful program ahead. It's going to be brimming with the energy and exuberance and power of youth. We have a 12-year-old guitarist who's going to share a tango for us, very charming piece. We have a 15-year-old pianist from the New York area, and she's going to play one of the great Chopin masterpieces, one of the greatest pieces ever written. And at the end of the hour, my good friend, violin superstar Joshua Bell is going to join me for our grand finale. So please stick around for that. And all along the way, we're going to have plenty of surprises and lots of fun storytelling. And I see the chat is already just teeming with comments. Hello, everyone. Big hello to Megan and Sarah and Laura, and my Uncle Dan is in the chat. I see. Hello, everyone. Please get in there and tell us how you're enjoying the show tonight. I want to say a big thank you to our title sponsors this evening, Phil and Liz Gross. Phil and Liz, thank you so much for your long-term friendship and your belief in From the Top. We really appreciate it. And tonight is the night when From the Top counts on all of you to raise enough money in order for us to keep all this joy going for another year. And when we were thinking about, how to make this giving as fun as humanly possible, we decided to invite my next guest. This man is passionately dedicated to nonprofits. He's a pro auctioneer, an amazing storyteller and performer, and he lends his expertise and performance skills to fundraisers all across the country. And I've also just learned that he is a wonderfully upbeat and collaborative human. Please welcome my new friend, Greg Kuroga.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. It is really good evening, everyone watching at home. The YouTube chat. I like your Uncle Dan. He's funny. It is a pleasure being here with you with From the Top.
Greg, we are covering both coasts tonight. I'm in New York City right now, and you're live in San Francisco, right?
Yep, live from sunny San Francisco. So everybody watching, please forgive us if there's a slight time delay or some kind of hiccup in the stream. If anything's interrupted, please just keep watching. We will fix it as soon as possible.
That's kind of just the beauty of live performances. Anything could happen. And Greg, by the way, do you have your box of joy nearby?
I got my box of joy. Yes, I did.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone who got a box of joy in advance of tonight. We really appreciate that as a way of contributing. And now is the time to crack it open and explore all the goodies inside. You may have found one of your teeny tiny glasses with a little umbrella in it. I got mine here. So we want you to fill these many times over with the beverage of your choice throughout the evening. If you do, by the way, take a picture of that little beverage and put it on Instagram if you want, and go ahead and tag From the Top fans. If you didn't order a box of joy, don't worry. You can improvise with us. Grab some of your favorite bubbly or the like, and celebrate with us. Because tonight, Greg, everyone has the opportunity to participate. Isn't that right?
That's absolutely right, Peter. Everyone watching at home, though we might not be able to see your faces, we can still see your support. And in order to participate in tonight's show, we need you to do just one simple thing. One thing. Do this first. Grab your phone and register. It's really easy. You just send a text to 76278. You can see all the information right there next to me on screen right now. That text should read FTTJOY, one word, FTTJOY. Again, text 76278, type in FTTJOY. That is where you can make donations to our Fund a Need later on, where you can bid on our live auction items. And we have some really special auction items, including a virtual piano lesson with our host, Peter Dugan. So once again, please make sure you register for tonight's show. Text FTTJOY to 76278. The live auction's already open. We can already see donations coming into our Fund a Need. And we're going to be back. We'll start the fundraising in earnest later. But first, music, right, Peter?
Absolutely. We're going to have music anchoring us all throughout the evening. And this first one is a tango. So you can get up and dance, or you can just do the chair tango while you listen. Greg, you've got the chair tango down, man. This is going to be performed by a phenomenal 12-year-old from Mountain View, California. She's one of the scores of young artists that we've worked with this past year. Her name is Emilia Diaz Delgado, and I got together with her last week to help her put this performance together for us tonight. We're in for a treat. Emilia, hello. It's so good to see you again. How are you?
Great, and you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I am so happy that you are performing as part of our gala tonight. You were on the show at the beginning of the pandemic. That was actually one of our very first blanket fort shows, where we asked you to set up a recording fort in your own home using this high-tech recording gear that we mailed to you. And now you're at it again with us. What's it been like being both a recording engineer and also a performer in your own house?
It's really fun because I already love doing production and recording. I actually want to be a film director, and yeah, it's great to learn and see how it goes it up.
Well, you've been learning so much, and we've been learning together, which has been a real joy of this time. You have a really cool piece that you're going to perform for us now. It's got a lot of flair. It's got a lot of attitude. Tell us the name of the piece you're about to play.
So, Which Tango in Sky by Roland Diaz, and it actually means fake tango because it was written as a joke at a party, and I love it because of that, and it's very fun.
Well, the way you play it is no joke. Whenever you're ready, take it from the top. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Amelia is fantastic. And, we met her now. It's been over a year since she first was on our show. And just to already watch her mature and her artistry deepen over the course of this past year has been such a privilege and a treat for us, to get to witness that and be a part of it. And, she mentioned that she's interested in creating films. When we were making that shoot, Amelia was just peppering the videographer with questions. She has such a curious mind, and she's such a deeply independent thinker. What a wonderful human being. And I'm so glad that all of you watching just got to experience that. And hello, by the way, to everyone in the chat. We've been seeing so many great comments. Hello to David Norville. I love you too. Hello to Jerry. Jerry Slavin is here.
And it's his birthday.
Yes, that's right. It's happy birthday, Jerry. And hello to everyone. Keep on populating that chat. We love the energy that you all are giving our young musicians tonight. I want to shift gears now for just a moment to talk about what From the Top is and why we do what we do. So From the Top is a media and education organization, and we're dedicated to nurturing and empowering young musicians. Why? Well, because they're already leaders right now, and they're going to be making a powerful difference in the future. We know that to be true because we've been around for 20 years and our alums keep in touch. They're leaders in the musical world and they're leaders in the world beyond music. So how do we execute our mission? Well, by collaborating with these amazing young artists like Amelia on our national media platforms, like our NPR show, our Daily Joy video series, but also by providing them scholarships, leadership training, and community engagement experiences.
Well, I have to confess that before meeting you all at From the Top, I was definitely more familiar with the NPR program and the videos than all of the other stuff that you talked. So, Peter, could you please talk more about the scholarship and community engagement programs? What do those look like in practice?
Yeah, happily. So number one, our scholarships. Along with the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation, we give away hundreds of thousands of dollars every year to young musicians who have financial need. So that could mean any number of things, but always it's life-changing. It could be getting a new instrument, a pro instrument, so that these kids can unlock their sound as artists. It can mean traveling around the country to play auditions for conservatories to make sure that they actually have an opportunity to get into the door of one of these great music schools. Number two, we have our leadership training seminars. Every young musician goes through this experience where we get together and we discuss the power of empathy, vulnerability, openness. These are things that so many young classical musicians aren't being exposed to. They're just being told to stay in the practice room and get their scales as loud and fast as possible. And it's really important to us that we take a moment to get away from that intensity of the practice room and to talk about what it means to be a well-rounded artist and a good human being, and to use your craft to make the world a more beautiful place.
That's a gift.
Yeah. Absolutely. And finally, we go out together to meet leaders of nonprofit organizations and to meet communities where maybe our young musicians wouldn't normally have access, like going to an after-school program or a children's hospital. And then our young artists learn from the people in that community and often perform either for them or with them. So this year, with the pandemic, you might think that we've done less, but actually we're really proud to say that we expanded our programming this year. We pushed to do this because we were looking around and realizing that we were actually able to fill a major need for our young musicians. They lost so many musical opportunities this year. And so we just really wanted to keep our doors open, which is what we did.
Well, and it doesn't sound like you just kept the doors open. I mean, it sounds like you opened a lot of new doors as well. And all of that for everyone watching at home, all of that at no cost to these talented young musicians. This amazing work is made possible thanks to you watching at home right now. And in just a few moments, we're going to ask you to make donations to support From the Top. And you can do so at a variety of levels: $5,000, $2,500, $1,000, $500, $250, $100, and on down. If you've registered, you'll be able to give simply by texting your amount. So to review, here's how to register. Grab your phone, text the word FTTJOY, FTTJOY to 76278. You can see it below me right now. Do that. You'll be registered to go. Every donation is appreciated. Every donation helps support the great work of From the Top, like From the Top's leadership and community engagement training.
I'm 15 years old and I'm a violinist from Exton, Pennsylvania, and I was featured on From the Top's show 392 in Philadelphia. Most students from Bravo Waukegan, they usually during normal times receive group lessons with teachers in the program, but now because of COVID, there were no like private lessons or group instruction, so a lot of that musical encouragement and bonding had kind of been lost, and we were trying to like help them get involved and provide actually one-on-one lessons that were, you know, made for them. I was paired with my student Kira, who is in 4th grade. She's 9 years old. So at my lessons with Kira, we had quite a few, about 4 to 5 30-minute virtual Zoom lessons. And so what basically I did with Kira was provided her tips and advice, and I think one of my main goals was to be able to like encourage Kira and allow her to be more interested in music and what she was doing, because I wanted to make sure she was enjoying playing. Even though it was online, I still felt like, you know, we were able to build a connection and I could see her progress each week, and I think that was what I found most fascinating, and it really touched me, because, you know, that I was able to make a difference in like my students' life. I think it just provided a hands-on experience for us to be able to actually see the change that we're making in someone's life and in their community. You talked about empathy and leadership, Peter, and that is such a perfect example of it right there. That transcends the musical performances that we get to see, and the musical performances are amazing, and really takes it to a level of personal growth and support, and I'd say holistic growth as a person. It's amazing. Everyone watching at home, that's why we're here right now. And that's why we're asking you to make donations, because every gift you make will help support From the Top. We can see the donations coming in, and we'll get to it in just a second. If you've registered and you haven't made a donation yet,
grab your phone, text 76278. When you have your text window up and you text us the word give, then the amount, then go to 76278 and text give and the amount, right? Like, just to show you how easy it is to register, Peter's doing it.
I'm doing it
right now.
I'm doing it right now. I literally just registered. I'm gonna make a donation right now.
And we'll see it come up. Just before the gala, you saw it on the screen. We received word that all the gifts we received during the Fund the Need are going to be matched dollar for dollar up to $20,000. A huge thank you again to Bethany and Robert Millard, Marcia Head, and the Spectre Fund at the Boston Foundation. We appreciate all of you for putting up the challenge, making this match possible. But let's get to it. Let's see the donations because we can see them coming in already. And Rebecca C. Beneller in for $100. We appreciate your donation. We have an anonymous gift of $3,500. Jeffrey F. Rayport donates $1,000. $1,000. Don't want to get it wrong for you there, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. And when we say every gift makes a difference, we mean every gift makes a difference. And Peter, $1,000 has an impact. $1,000 could help from the top do great work.
Absolutely. $1,000 has a huge impact. I mean, that will pay for a recording studio rental. And as you know, we're making all of our shows in recording studios right now. So that's so crucial. That's a huge part of what we do. So that's going to go a long way.
So we appreciate your gift, Jeff. We appreciate all the gifts we see coming in. We have an anonymous gift of $50. Thank you. Jeff and Allison Rosenberg paying for a studio with $1,000. William Wallace in for $50. Keep those donations coming. Carl Schuster donates $250. Ooh, the Spectre Fund in for $5,000. And, we talk about every donation making a difference, but $5,000 has an impact, right, Peter?
$5,000 has a huge impact. That will cover a community engagement or leadership program like From the Top at Bravo Waukegan.
That's huge. So thank you again, Spectre Fund, and everybody. Keep those donations coming. Cynthia Kalnow in for $500. Brandon Addison in for $50. Julia Barrett donates $50. Susan Batchelor in for $200.
Thank you, Susan.
Hey, Tom and Lisa Blumenthal kicked us off with $10,000. We have an anonymous gift of $2,000. We don't know you, but we love you. Keep those gifts coming. Another anonymous gift of $200. Hey, Peter, there's your gift. I see you. $250. Peter Dugan in for $250. Woohoo! Laura Fry in for $30. Michael Grillo in for $50. $250 from an anonymous donor. And 200. We talk about all the levels. $250 has like a real specific impact. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for $250, that's going to cover a microphone that we use when we create our virtual concerts with our young musicians. Every time our young musicians record a virtual concert with us, we're sending them gear. So that makes a really big difference.
All the gear we didn't know we needed before the pandemic settled in. We all have our microphones. Yours is way fancier and better than mine. Yours is silky smooth, Peter.
Yeah, but you got those curtains behind you, Greg. I like that.
And if you can't sound good, look good. Dan Wilcox in for $100.
Yes, Uncle Dan.
In for $18. Every gift makes a difference. Josh DeVries in for $5. Keep them coming. Deborah Chipman donates $1,000. David and Susan Fado in for $1,000. Richard Cosnetti donates $500. Lula Beresford Banker in for $30. Anonymous gift of $2,000. Another anonymous of $15. We see you, Elizabeth Sikorovsky, at $250. Deborah Chapman in for $1,000. Keep those donations coming. Keep those gifts coming. Every gift covers, and they're different levels cover really. Marcia Head in for $10,000 and Marcia in $100. So doing the challenge grant and making the overall gift. You all are doing great work because we're hitting challenges as we go. Aaron McCurtain in for $100.
Thank you, Aaron.
Gretchen Nielsen, our own, in for $100. We have an anonymous gift of $50. Lynn Provenzano and hashtag foreshadowing. There's a chance for you, the watching at home, to get to do something special with Gretchen in the live auction coming up in just a little bit.
I see Megan Swan there, Greg. I got to say thank you to Megan. I also saw Marge Brancy. Thank you, Marge.
Woohoo! Keep them coming. Hey, isn't it Uncle Dan? Dan Wilcox?
Uncle Dan Wilcox is in the house tonight.
In for $100 and in for $50. And so, Uncle Dan, we appreciate your gift. Your $100 has an impact. Yes. Oh, Peter, I waited till you had the glass up at your mouth. $100 has an impact, Uncle Dan.
Yes, $100 is crucial for me personally in the work I do with From the Top, because that covers a piano tuning. And trust me, you don't want to hear this radio program on out of tune pianos. So thank you.
We appreciate piano tuning, very important, and we appreciate every gift. Oh, look at this. David Collins in for 100. Emma Conyers in for $100. Stephen Schmeikich, and I'm sorry, Stephen, forgetting if I got your name wrong, and I'm sure I did, but you donated $1,000. We wholeheartedly appreciate it. Rebecca Siebenaller in for $100. Anonymous gift of $2,500. An anonymous gift of $15. We appreciate them all. Keep those donations coming. Robert Locknauer in for $1,000, paying for recording studio, the whole right there. We appreciate your gifts, every donation. And Beresford in for $100.
Thank you, Ann.
And with the anonymous of $3,500, yes, we appreciate that. Another anonymous of $50. We appreciate all the donations. And what people probably don't know is what we're seeing is we're on a screen off to the side from our cameras. We're seeing this roll of names as Elizabeth Sokovsky's $250 comes around, and Megan Swan is in for $100. We're seeing just all this love pouring out. We appreciate each and every donation, each and every gift. All of you are doing amazing work. I wanted to take one more chance and say we talked about all the levels except $2,500. We had an anonymous gift of $2,500, and we want the anonymous donors as well to know like what their gift is helping make happen. $2,500 goes a long ways. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, part of what we do with our career development seminars is we bring in pros from the field and have them sit down with our young artists to just kind of tell them what it's like to really, be in this life as a musician. And those are memories which our young musicians will keep with them forever. $2,500 covers 2 sessions of those and will really change the lives of these kids.
Well, as I got to know From the Top more, Peter, and the work that you and the whole organization do with these amazingly talented young musicians, it just made it evident that you're so much more than empowering young musicians to be incredible musicians and give great performances that then we get to hear on the radio every week. The whole program is about lifting these young musicians up as people and empowering them, not just as performers, but as humans in the world. And so it's a pleasure to be involved. It's great to see so many gifts coming in, so many people who agree with that mission and love it and support it, the same passion as we see an anonymous gift of $40. Carl Schuster's in for $250. Keep those donations coming. Stephen, we see your $1,000. Yes. Judith Terry in for $100. Charles Dugan, any relation, in for $50.
Hey, thanks, Dad. I didn't know that you would be able to figure out how to work these text donations. It must be really simple. If Charles Dugan could figure it out, I think anyone out there could figure out how to text in a donation. But thank you, Dad. I love you.
Way to take your dad's ability to use technology and turn it around and make it into everybody could do it. Yes, that's and right. Michelle and Charles Dugan in for another $50. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Colin Bouvier in for $105. Brandon Buchtal in for $50. We appreciate all these gifts. You all are doing great work. You're enabling From the Top. From the Top does amazing work. Had 26 virtual concerts last year with over 100,000 views made possible by you. And we appreciate each and every donation. Every donation you make has a direct impact on these talented musicians. And here's what we're going to do. We'll move on with the program, but please do not stop making donations. We see them continuing to come in. We will do our best throughout the course of the show to honor and acknowledge them. You can always text GIVE to 76238. We will do our best to acknowledge every gift you make on our stream. You're doing great work. But speaking of work, Peter, you must have such wonderful personal memories of all the work you've done with the kids in this past year.
Oh, man, you know it, Greg. I mean, every single show, every single kid is memorable. But instead of hearing me talk about it, let's hear from them. For tonight's evening of joy, we asked our young musicians to send us short video postcards. And these are also sort of thank you notes to all of you. These are kids coming to us from their towns, their cities, all across America. And it's just a great way to take in From the Top's national footprint. So here's a few.
Hi. Hi, I'm Jamie Billings, sending you a little Gala joy from Jericho, Vermont. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, this is Carson, and I'm talking to you from my hometown, Seattle, Washington. Thank you for supporting the Gala.
Hi, this is Colin Jordan, and I'm sending you some Southern Joy from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hello, my name is Rodrigo Rodriguez here from Southern Florida with more joy with you and here with my dad, Vladimir Rodriguez. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sarah Ma. I was on show 393 and I'm here in Times Square in New York City.
Yes, that was so epic. Thank you to all of you. Here's to you, all of you young musicians.
Absolutely. I've absolutely.
That looks very beautiful what you've got in your glass, Greg. I'm just drinking water, I have to be honest. But for all of you watching at home, it really shouldn't be. We encourage you to pour a more celebratory drink. We have another pack of postcards to share with you a little bit later on, so please do stick around for that.
Well, and spoiler alert, Peter, it's just kombucha. It's the official drink of California. If
How
you don't
very
drink
West
kombucha,
Coast
we
of
kick
you.
you out.
Yeah.
And I agree with Rabbi Deborah. Those postcards, those musicians really feed the soul. Thank you everyone for your support so far tonight. Please keep donating. We will keep acknowledging you. We promise. As Joanne Robinson, we see your $275 and we'll come back and do more fundraising because you continue to do great work.
Thank you so much, Joanne. And thank you to everyone who is just making the chat come alive. We love the energy you're giving us. It's time now for a little game. Those of you who tune into our virtual concerts might be familiar with the games that I like to cook up here. These very serious bits of musical trivia. I want to thank everyone who bought a box of Joy in advance of tonight. If you did buy a box of Joy, you should have a pack of these trivia cards based on these games that I cooked up for the musical, for the virtual concerts. Like I said, this is really serious stuff. Greg, would you like to step up to the plate and try to have a go at this?
Yep, I left the trivia cards in the box as you asked me to, so I have not done any studying on this. And
cool. Good. I'll take your word for it. This one is really serious. It's called IKEA furniture or composer.
Okay. Well, I'm in good shape then because I think I've assembled more IKEA furniture than purchased classical albums in the last few years. I have to confess, I'm kind of a Hollywood classical music aficionado.
Okay.
You know, Thus Spake Zarathustra, Ride of the Valkyries, 1812 Overture. That
nice,
all
Greg.
of my classical music. If it was in a film, that's where I learned of it.
Right. I have a feeling that these composers were not in any films that you've seen. Okay, the first one, I'm going to say a name and you tell me, is it an IKEA furniture item or is it an actual composer? Okay, here we go. Ready? Odensvik. Yeah.
Oldensvik. And I love how you put just a little Norwegian twist on the name, just to throw a little, like, Oldensvik. It sounds like it could be a cabinet that one would assemble and put in the bathroom.
Right.
And you would order the Oldensvik glass top separately to go on top of it.
Nice.
I also think you're gonna curveball. I'm overthinking this. I'm gonna go with composer.
Your first instinct was right. It's IKEA furniture. Oldensvik is a bathroom sink. It's going to cost you $120 at IKEA. But
I even had the room right.
I know you should have gone with your gut. Okay, one more for you. All right, this one is Lindblom. Yeah.
Once again, it sounds like it could be a coffee table set, something that goes in the living room. I'm overthinking the gamification. I'm gonna go with IKEA furniture.
You got it wrong again, Greg. That one was a composer, Adolf Fredrik Lindblom, a Swedish composer from the Romantic era. So, folks, there's lots more fun where that came from in your box of joy.
And I guarantee everybody watching from home, you can do far better than I did at this game. I am batting over on this. But all fun aside, I have a non-trivial question for you, Peter.
Yeah.
Who we got up next?
Oh, this next performer is someone very special. It's going to be the gentleman who played our fanfare earlier this evening, 18-year-old Benjamin DeHady from Oakton, Virginia. Ben, it's so good to see you, my friend. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's such an honor to be here today.
Well, we are so happy to have you. Thank you for performing as part of our gala tonight, and thank you for that invigorating trumpet fanfare that you offered as a way of initiating the evening's proceedings. Now, you are one of the most accomplished young trumpet players we've had on the show in recent years, and in a way that's not a huge surprise because you say that your musical journey began before you were born. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I grew up in an extremely musical family. My mom is a piano teacher and she owns a music academy. So from a very young age, I was always hearing musical instruments around the house. And my earliest memories of her playing the Waldstein Sonata and Chopin Etudes. And also my sisters are also very musical too. They both play the piano and another instrument. So just growing up, I always heard music in the house and I was always able to feed off of that really great energy.
I just want to say I'm so looking forward to the next piece that you're about to play. Tell everyone what this is.
So the next piece that I'll play is a Bach cello suite. It's a Sarabande from the second cello suite. And the first time I heard this piece, I actually heard it from another trumpet player, Alison Balsam, in one of her CD albums. And when I heard it, it was so beautiful. I just knew I had to learn it myself. So I was able to get a recording together, and I'm super excited about it.
You play this so well. Whenever you're ready, let's go for it. Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. Give it up for Benjamin DeHady, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is, Greg, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it is really rare to hear any trumpeter play with such a gorgeous sound and like, oh my God. And especially for a young musician. I mean, I'm pretty stunned by that.
It's so subtle and complex at the same time. And I don't know. I can't remember the last time I heard a trumpet sound like that. So Ben, if you're listening, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, and we talked about being a well-rounded artist, a well-rounded musician. Ben is a great example of that. I remember when he was on the radio show this year, he talked to me about how he had idols like Wynton Marsalis and Wynton's amazing classical playing, but also his jazz playing. He shared a Roy Hargrove track with me. I mean, this is a guy who absorbs so much music and then puts it all into creating his own sound. So happy to have Ben as part of our From the Top family.
Amazing. And so glad that we got to, I mean, the fanfare at the beginning of the show was such a good tease. It was already such evidence of his skills, and to get to see it play out into that was just fantastic. I totally appreciate it.
Yeah. And there's still more music to come too.
There is. Just like we appreciate all the gifts that continue to come in. Pat Sikorovsky, we see your $250 donation. The whole Sikorovsky family's been making donations as well. Thank you for that. Keep those coming. Everyone else, it is now time for our auction. And here's the thing. We have awesome auction lots. You get to bid on them in real time against your fellow From the Top supporters. And again, we've made it easy for you to bid on our auction items. You just need to be registered. Most of you registered earlier. All the people who've made donations, you've obviously registered. If you haven't yet, you can still grab your phone, text 76278, 76278, type in FTTJOY, and then you'll get registered and be ready to go. For all of you who have registered, it's easy because each auction item is numbered. Just text us the auction item number and your bid. You might want to check in on the items, however, because they've been open for a minute. You're already behind on the bidding, so go get started right now. Just a few last words about bidding in a virtual auction. When we say an item is closed, it is closed. The computer is remorseless. There's no opening something back up because you were trying to bid at the last second. And it doesn't care if you've been a longtime supporter From the Top, if you've purchased auction items in the past, it just stops. So do not wait until the last second to bid. It will cost you. I would, if I were you, I would make Max my best friend. You can figure out how to make a maximum bid, and then it will bid on your behalf up until that when somebody bids against you. And then you look genius because it looks like you're doing all this bidding and the system's really doing it for you. Finally, as Peter and I pointed out at the top of the show, there's a slight delay between when I say something and when you hear it. And so if you're looking at the bidding platform and it's saying one thing and I'm saying another, believe the bidding platform. The computer has the final say right now. And with that, let's get to our first auction item, lot 100. It's a virtual piano lesson with our very own host and From the Top's host, Peter Dugan. One lucky musician gets a virtual 1-hour piano lesson with our very own Peter Dugan. Peter holds bachelor's and master's from the Juilliard School, has performed all over the world with top musicians and conductors, including his debut with Michael Tilson Thomas in my hometown here in San Francisco with the SF Symphony back in 2017. He is a virtuoso in classical, jazz, and pop, and one intermediate or advanced pianist of all ages. He'll take all ages, is going to enjoy a 1-hour lesson with Peter. And this is special. This is special because the opening bid was set at $150, which was incredibly generous. And by that, I mean low, because you can't buy this anywhere. Peter, if you go look for everything on his websites and everywhere, on his website and everywhere else, you just simply can't find him giving lessons like this. He doesn't do it except for us. And so Charles Buckwalder kicked us off at $150. And then John and Janet Patillo bid $200. And then Charles back in at $250. And now we're looking for 3. Go 3, bid 3, now 3. $250 is bid and we're looking for 3. Go 3, bid 3, go 3. Charles Buckwalder is in at $250 and we're looking for 3. Go 3, bid 3. And look, if you don't play piano, and you just want to hang out with Peter, I'm sure that you could purchase this and he would just spend the time hanging out for an hour with you, talking about his favorite music or anything else. But if you play piano, this is really an opportunity to learn from the best. $250 is bid, looking for 3. Go 3, bid 3, now 3. Yes, Megan, I agree with you. I couldn't think of a more fun lesson. $250 is bid, now looking for 3. Go 3, bid 3. And Beresford in at $300, now 350. Go 350, bid 350, and 350. $300 a bid, now looking for 350. Go 350, bid 350, and 350. $300 is bid, now looking for 350. Go 350. Charles, if you're bidding to be nice, I always appreciate the bids to be nice, but if you are really trying to win this, then I want you to jump back in. Text again. $350 is what we're looking for. $300 is bid, now looking for 350. Go 350, bid 350, and 350. $300 is bid, looking for $350. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or off we go. Then here's what we'll do. We'll give everyone the same chance to bid, our last chance here. We'll give you, let's say it's a 10-second countdown. So we go 10 seconds to get your bids in on the first auction lot of the night. We're coming down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me do my little rehearsal. Oh, Charles in, Elizabeth Sikowski in at 350, and then Charles in at 400. See, there's a delay sometimes, and here we go, getting caught up. Charles is in at $400. Now 450. Go 450. Bid 450 and 450. $400 is bid, now looking for 450. Go 450. Bid 450 and 450. $400 is bid, looking for $450. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or off we're going to go. Charles is currently our leader in the clubhouse at $400, looking for $450, and the countdown seemed to work last time, so let's do that again. Let's say there's 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7. Get those final bids in. 5. Elizabeth in at 450. Oh, it's, you know what? Fair warning is my safe word, right? Last second, I just to say fair warning, and boom, then in come the bids. Elizabeth's in at $450, looking for 5. Go 5. Bid 5. Now 5. Elizabeth's in at $450, looking for 5. Go 5. Bid 5. Now 5. $450 is bid, looking for $500. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or off we go. Here's your last chance to get us at $500 as we count down for one final time. Then let's say it is sold. Lot number 1 is sold, and that lot 100, I'm sorry, got to keep the numbering system straight. That brings us to lot 101, the culinary lesson with executive director Gretchen Nielsen and her husband, James Alderetti. When she is not leading from the top, she can be found in her kitchen cooking up something seriously tasty. Gretchen knows how to make intense flavored gourmet pizza, kale salad, and to go with it, 007 dry vodka martinis, right? So Gretchen is going to show you how to do all of this using only ingredients that you can find at your local Trader Joe's or other local grocery store. We're going to send you a $100 Amex gift card so you can purchase all of the ingredients you need. Gretchen will send you the list of ingredients in advance so you can go do your shopping. Then you can have the ear of From the Top's latest From the Top executive director to find out the latest From the Top news. Set up your iPad on the kitchen island, log into Zoom, enjoy the most fun virtual event since this one, right? Opening bid on this is at $150. Tage Wang kicked us off at $150. And then John and Janet Patillo bid $175. And Tage Wang back in at $200. Then John and Janet back in at $250. Now looking for $275, 3, you tell me. $250 is bid, looking for 3. Go, let's, 275 is the minimum, could be 3. $250 is bid, looking for the next bid of $275. 250 is bid, now looking for 275. Bid 275, go 275. $250 is bid, now looking for 275. Bid 275, go 275. Gala, where did I train in professional auctioneering? I went to the Missouri School of Auctioneering, which touts itself as the Harvard of auctioneer schools, but that was 20 years ago. I've been doing nothing but fundraising events for the last 17 years. And I tell you what has more to do with fundraising, our improv school. Find yourself some improv classes. But actually, no, auctioneer, they'll teach you how to chant. They say 250 is bid, looking for 275. And actually what they teach you at the auctioneer schools is they teach you how to do it really fast. So you sound, so your hardest 250 is bid, now looking for 275, bid 275, go 275, $250 is bid, now looking for 275. But it starts a little twangy. And so I like to stick with the more traditional, able to hear and understand. $250 is bid. Gretchen is blushing. I am pushing for more. We got John and Janet in at $250, looking for $275. Let's put the countdown up because people seem to respond to that. Say 9 seconds, 8 seconds left to get your bids in to have the virtual dining experience, virtual cooking experience with Gretchen and John. 3, 2, 1, and last second, and sold. Lot 101 is sold, and that takes us to lot 102. The personal audition prep session and home studio setup. Keeping it in the family, our next lot is with Megan Swan, From the Top's music director. Megan is going to give one aspiring musician all of the guidance and confidence they need to help them wholeheartedly succeed in their next audition. Megan will meet with them one-on-one, help them choose their repertoire, go over their essay, get them ready for their interview. She'll even help them pick out the perfect outfit. And Megan knows. She has been an independent music, theater, and educational arts professional for 17 years. Megan worked with the LA Philharmonic, the San Diego Symphony, and she's worked with the Sacramento Philharmonic and Opera. She's the founder of the Young Musicians Performance Academy. She'll help the musician prepare for college admissions, musical competitions, or summer camp auditions, because summer camps are competitive. And that's not all. That's not all. This lot also includes the Scarlett Solo Studio by Focusrite. You can see it above me right now. It's a sound package with everything you need to create incredible recordings of your music. It has an audio interface, a fantastic mic, top-notch headphones, all the necessary cablings and adapters. We're talking about studio quality recordings in your home. And look no further for proof than the fact that that is the setup that Peter has and Peter's using tonight. So you know it's fantastic. The total value on this is $550. Tej Wang, I appreciate you kicking us off on so many blots. Tej kicked us off at $150, and then Ann Beersford did $175, and Tej Wang bid $200, and Ann back in at $225. And Ann, I don't know if Ann is auto bidding or just making sure she wins, but Ann's in at $250, looking for $275. Go $275, bid $275, bid $275. $250 is bid now, looking for $275. Go $275, bid $275, and $275. $250 is bid. Ann is in at $250, looking for $275, bid $275. Go $275. Ann is in at $250, looking for $275, bid $275. Go $275. $250 is bid, looking for $275. Yes, no, maybe so. And then no offense when I say this is like you're under the retail value of the microphone. You're getting a great deal on that. Plus you get Megan's time. Megan is going to set you up on this. We're at $250, looking for $275. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning or off we go. Last chance to bid us $200. Yes, Gretchen, I agree. I'm glad to hear you say it, because everything I saw about it says that she's an awesome coach, musician, and human being. And now she's the one who's blushing, and I am still pushing for more bids. 200 and so, and look at you. If nobody will bid against you, bid against yourself. Thank you, Ann. And push this up and bid $300. Now $350. Go $350. Bid $350 and $350. $300 is bid now, looking for $350. Go $350. Bid $350. Wouldn't it be nifty? Now bid $350. Now would it be nifty? Now bid $350. Now wouldn't it be nifty? Now bid $350. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning or off we go. Let's put the countdown timer up. Say there's 10 seconds left to bid $350. I think that's even says $350. 5, 4. Ann says, come bid against me. I like it. Ann's like, come on, come, let's go. Ann's looking for a bidding war. She's inviting you to bid against her. Ann, I don't know you, but I love your bidding style. Ann's in at $300, looking for $350. Fair warning and sold. Lot 103 is sold, and lot 102, is sold. That brings us to lot 103. the personalized birthday performance by Charles Yang. It's our final lot of the auction tonight, and this one is the gift that you pay forward. Think of someone special to you. Could be your kid, could be a parent, a spouse, your BFF. You just tell Charles Yang a little bit about them, why you want to honor them, for example. Charles is going to customize a violin and vocal performance in their honor. Charles, he's on the From the Top team. He's a co-host and a creative, graduate of Juilliard, first appeared on From the Top as a 14-year-old. Boston Globe says he plays classical violin with the charisma of a rock star, and he is going to rock your special honorees world. The bidding on this started at $250. Josh DeVries bid $250, and then John and Janet Patillo bid $300, and then Elizabeth Gross came in over the top at $400, looking for $450. Go $450, bid $450, and $450. $400 is bid, now looking for $450. Go $450, bid $450, and $450. $400 is bid, now looking for $450. Go $450, bid $450, and $450. $400. And Elizabeth, if you're in the chat, I want to know, like, if you're in chat right now, we'd love to know, like, for whom are you planning on having Charles create the musical piece for you? Is there somebody you have in mind, or are you just supporting From the Top and you'll figure it out? You'll let you figure it out once you get there. Elizabeth said at $400, now looking for $450. Go $450, bid $450, and $450. $400 is bid, now looking for $450. Go $450, bid $450, and $450. $400 is bid, looking for $450. Yes, no, maybe so. It seems like Elizabeth, you did a great job of just stomping out the competition and taking over, because no one's bidding against Elizabeth. We'll give it 10 seconds more for everybody to get their bids in and get this chance to have Charles Yang create a special piece just for your loved one or friend, or hey, send it to your boss. We're in it. Elizabeth sent it $400, looking for $450. Fair warning, one and all to bid $450. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or off we go. Sorry, I clicked out of the website. I went somewhere else for just a second, but we'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Lot 103 is sold. That concludes our live auction. Woo woo! You have done amazing work. Congratulations to all our winning bidders. Huge thank you to all of our auction donors. We truly couldn't have an auction without donors like our very own Peter Dugan.
Oh man, thank you, Greg. I'm in awe of that. It's amazing, beautifully done, and thank you everyone for supporting us. Remember that the money is going directly to help and support and lift up our young performers. And speaking of them, I have another pack of video postcards from our kids to share with you all to say thank you. And at the end of this series of brief musical postcards that you're about to see, we're going to go right into an incredible full musical performance by the phenomenal 15-year-old pianist Harmony Ju performing some Chopin.
Hello, this is Giancarlo from Carrollton, Texas, and here's a little joy postcard to thank you for supporting our gala.
And I'm here in Philadelphia in front of Independence Hall. I hope you all have a great time today at the From the Top Gala.
Hi, this is Sasha Tachi here on the top of Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, Tennessee, wishing you lots of gala joy. Thanks from the top.
Chicago, Illinois, and I wanted to thank you all very much for supporting From the Top.
Hello, I'm Nathan Shepard, coming to you from the town of Lanesville, Indiana. Hi, this is Preston Hong here at the Golden Gate Bridge. Thank you for supporting the gala.
Hello everyone, I'm Harmony Jew. I hope you've been enjoying this gala so far. I can't believe I was 9 years old the last time I was on the From the Top show in Boston. I might have probably even met some of you that day or at the reception afterwards. If so, it's awesome to virtually see you again. Time really does fly. Over the years since then, I've worked with From the Top and had amazing experiences making 2 music videos with them. And every time I work with them, it's just such an unforgettable and refreshing experience. I couldn't be happier to be performing for all of you today on this virtual gala. I'll be performing an excerpt of Chopin's Fourth Ballade. This piece is one of my absolute all-time favorites, and it's both nostalgic and dark and stormy at the same time. And I hope that you'll enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoy performing it for all of you.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's such an intense piece, and her focus, you can just see it there. I love the way Harmony captured the calm before the storm moment, right before she launched into that coda. What a magnificent performance.
Yeah, amazing. Like Megan said, fierce.
Fierce indeed.
Yeah, and at the end,
I know. I mean, she's, as we said, 15 years old, and she's already, since being on From the Top, she's establishing herself as a really serious soloist, playing with the likes of the Israeli Philharmonic, Detroit Symphony, really, really major up and coming pianist.
That is amazing. She's amazing. And speaking of amazing, everyone watching, you continue to do amazing work. Elizabeth Sikorowski, I see you in the chat, and I also see you on the donation field. We've had tons of donations coming in. We appreciate all of you. I think I have said a lot of words and pushed us on our timeline very much. So not to take away from any of your gifts, because we appreciate all of you. Even like you, Ketta Hodgson, you donated $50, but also the anonymous 100, Sue Lee, Diana Linen for 536. We appreciate all of your gifts, but don't stop making those donations, because this may be the last time we check in on the names, but I know that we're really close. We're like $1,000 away from our big goal for the night. And we appreciate each and every gift that you make, but the show's not over. It's still lots of people still with us. And we have our grand finale yet to go.
Yes, we still have a little bit of more music. I also want to thank Pat Sikorowski as well. We see you and we appreciate your gift. This now is going to be a musical offering from one of the world's most beloved violin virtuosos. He's a good friend of mine. In fact, we just got back from doing a tour together. He's also a huge friend and supporter of From the Top. He's done radio shows with us, as well as some of our most popular videos. I think you'll recognize him.
Hello, I'm Joshua Bell, and I'm so happy to be part of this year's From the Top Gala. I'm a huge fan of From the Top. I've followed it since it began, and I've even participated several times on the radio show and events, and I've played with many of the From the Top kids over the years. And it's just an incredible organization. I just wish it had been around when I was a kid. I just can't imagine as a youngster the inspiration one would get from seeing other young people around the country sharing the passion that you feel. I would have loved it as a kid, but I love it now, and I still get inspired, and my kids get inspired by From the Top on a daily and weekly basis. So thank you all so much for what you do. There's just no better place for you to put your time and money than in From the Top. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I happen to love the host of From the Top, Peter Dugan. He's a great friend of mine. We've been performing together very often lately, and we have a little offering for you all for this occasion. This is a piece composed by a composer that many of the From the Top kids play regularly. That's Fritz Kreisler. He's right here in the photo. This autographed photo I have in my music room here. We're going to play a piece by Fritz Kreisler called Slavonic Fantasy, based on the themes of Dvorak. So good evening, and thanks again for all that you do at From the Top.
Bravo to Josh. And thank you,
And
Josh.
you.
Oh, thank you, Greg. Thank you. It's just so great to have, Joshua Bell as a friend of ours. Thank you, Joshua, for contributing that performance and for your kind words. And thank you so much to all of you for attending tonight's Evening of Joy. It's been such a pleasure to have all of you with us. Before we go, let's check back in on the fundraising one last time. How have you been doing, Greg?
Awesome. Amazing. We are just $300 away from hitting our goal. So if you're watching and you've been waiting for that dramatic moment where you can push us over the top for From the Top, then this is it. This is it. The time is there. But honestly, really, Peter, I would say it's been my honor to be on tonight's show with you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Everybody in chat, you have been so kind and supportive as well. Thanks for all your work and thanks for having me.
Oh man, Greg, it has been such a pleasure. So happy to have you with us and to have you as a friend of From the Tops now. Welcome to the From the Top family. You're in it now, baby.
Going on the car tonight.
There it is. Excellent. Well, thank you again, Greg. If you didn't have a chance to make your donation yet, the link will still be open for a few hours. So please support From the Top and all of our free programs. I'm just thinking, given how many people are watching the stream right now, if each of you go ahead and put in $2, that's all we need to get us to our goal. Just a thought. $2 from each of you will take us over the edge. Before we sign off, I do just want to thank all of the young musicians that we've met this evening. And in fact, all of the young musicians who I've had the pleasure of meeting on our show all year. It's just been such a treat for me and truly inspiring. Thank you to all of these musicians, not only for sharing your music with us, but for sharing your humanity. And again, thank you to all of you for caring enough about what we do to make a difference. On behalf of all of us at From the Top, I'm Peter Dugan. Thank you, and good night.